Now I know something funny's going on here. Barney?
Oh! The tire swing first appeared in 1990 during the 7th home video released for Barney and the Backyard Gang, Barney Goes to School.
Yes, I wish there were school every day.
Barney would be placed on the tire swing located in Tina's backyard before teleporting them both to her school through the use of her imagination.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
2 years later, it would return, now being on the set of the first season of Barney and Friends. At the school, this swing would be hung on the tree in the playground. Whilst other kids would use it, it was mostly utilized as somewhat of a seat for the Barney plush specifically. The character would spring to life from it during the episode and return to it near the end, as if he'd never left.
Oh, hi everybody!
I'm gonna be honest though, I'd be lying if shots like these weren't at least a little bit unsettling. This swing would be prominently shown with Barney in it during the opening and ending scenes of the show's Season 1 intro sequence.
Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him.
In the episode Treasure of Rainbow Beard, Barney is depicted in the swing forming a rainbow above his head, a reference to the show's intro sequence and possibly what would inspire the shot itself, being that it had most likely been filmed before the intro had been put together.
What can we do?
Hi there everybody!
In 1993, the show would see an entirely new design set for the second season, as well as a new plush design for Barney. However, with this new set came some changes. Although the tree stump and large tree remained part of the aesthetic, the tire swing had been removed. The tree stump would now serve much of the same purpose, allowing a convenient step to place the Barney plush when resting, alongside the new wooden structure in the playground. As briefly mentioned earlier, a handful of episodes would be shot before a new intro could be edited together. This would partially explain why the character BJ, a character integral to the franchise and debuting in Season 2, would be entirely absent in the show's new intro, being that he debuted in the 10th episode, with the footage in the intro being from the episodes filmed before his debut. This being the case, a new opening shot for the intro is planned and filmed with Barney sitting on the tree stump as opposed to the now missing tire swing. Bizarrely, however, the intro would still feature the ending shot from the first season unaltered, complete with the previous plush look used for Barney, and would remain this way throughout all 18 episodes.
Barney comes to play with us whenever we may need him. Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him.
It's possible the team wanted to keep a shot for the end of the song that hit the sound cue as well as the first season did, but either struggled to think of a good replacement or decided to pull old footage due to time constraints. With how prominently the swing would be used and shown in the past year, it made sense to keep it as part of the show in some way, but the removal of it entirely for new material seemed a bit strange.
Kindest, happiest, and best friends.
Me.
Following up in 1995, the third season of Barney and Friends added yet another overhaul to the show's set design.
Beautiful! The tree leaves and the bushes are so green, and the grass.
A larger school area, a treehouse, and keeping the original tree and stump from before, once again leaving out the tire swing, except for the opening.
Barney comes to play with us whenever we may need him. Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him.
Once again, the iconic item would be featured with the same time cue as the past couple seasons of the show, however, a bit more bizarre. Now, as opposed to utilizing stock footage, we can see the shot was digitally recreated to appear fresher. The background is entirely different, with leaves falling behind, and Barney matches his current appearance as a plush toy by this time, with one arm waving to the camera. With this being the case, the crew either filmed Barney separately and had him inserted into the shot in post, or fully recreated the shot with the tire on set before removing it for the show itself. This is evident by the distinct visual differences when put side by side. But why go through this much hassle for only 4 seconds of an opening theme? This would even last through 1997, including home video releases in which the plush doll used to represent Barney had been swapped out entirely alongside another set change.
Barney comes to play with us whenever we may need him. Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him.
The logistics remain unclear, but what is clear is just how subtle this imagery is and what it meant for Barney.
You can do anything if you just imagine.
For such a common household item seen in most backyards at the time, it's a sign of creativity. Having a tire hung from a tree could be seen as a port bow on a ship, allowing you to gaze across the ocean. You could pretend it's a punching bag and that one day you're going to be a boxer. Although, actually, you know what? Maybe don't do that one because I'm pretty sure it's heavy and, like, especially as a kid, you probably wouldn't want to do that. Especially on a sunny day, it's a starting point for imagination. To have a stuffed animal that means the world to someone, commonly seen sitting in this item with their entire philosophy being that of imagination, is genius even if unintentionally. Nonetheless, the rainbow that forms overhead serves as a symbol of hope and promise. Crew members during the mid-90s would even refer to miraculous or beneficial things happening regarding the Barney franchise and the kids that supported it as the Barney Rainbow.
The business side and then the other side, and we called it Barney Magic. But what did you call it?
Yeah, we called it the Barney Rainbow because in our world, magic maybe had a bad connotation. So we called it the Barney Rainbow, and we saw it all the time when things would just come together magically. And then
This is an area of safeness and love. As long as Barney is there, everything will be all right. Barney will always be around at the base of your imagination. This swing stuck around for 7 full years, eventually only existing for 4 seconds at a time in an opening sequence that you probably only slightly remember being there. But it was there. It's a subtle reminder of happiness, that there's always a place to go, and there will always be a place where your imagination can flourish, even if not this specifically. Everyone has one. Is Barney present in yours?
That's the wonderful thing about imagination. It's full of surprises.
Amanda, Austin, Brandon, Chaco, Emilia, Helen, Ian, Luke, Matt, Julia, Savan.